What's up, guys? Today we're playing a game called Effect Sedna. Now, this is a game that was kickstarted after a company called Sushi, I guess. It's S-U-S-H-E-E. Pitched the idea of more of a tactical-based Fear Effect game to Square, and they took them up on it and they kickstarted it. It raised over $100,000, and here it is now today, a successfully kickstarted and now released Fear Effect game. Now, this does not replace the one that is also coming. There's technically two in development. There's one, I believe it's called Fear Effect Reinvented, that will be coming out later, that is supposed to be a complete reworking of the original Fear Effect is the idea, and I believe Sushi's doing that one as well. But that one's still in the works. This is just a smaller, this would be more along the lines of an indie game that they released. Now, it is out currently right now on pretty much everything, I think, like all systems. It's a weird situation. It's actually cheaper on the Switch. It's $17.99 on the Switch. It's $19.99 on the other systems. Basically, it's a $20 game essentially. So you can pick it up, and it's an interesting game. You may have seen some reviews. Now, the idea of this video is to give you an idea of what the game is, how it plays, and you can kind of decide if it's for you or not. And then I'll give you guys my opinion as we go through as well as to what I kind of think of it. I've been playing it for the past day or so, a good bit, and there are some things that I think are pretty cool about the game, but then honestly, not the biggest fan of this game, I'll tell you that. I don't really like some of the stuff that they did with it, but anyway, we'll get in here. So this is the start of the game. This is the first level. You go through a cutscene, and then you end up here. Now, we're going to be doing a couple things here. We're going to be playing through. It's going to give us kind of a tutorial as well, and we'll kind of play through as we go. So they give you a stealth mechanic. You can click down the left stick, throws you into stealth mode, and then you can one-shot enemies if you sneak up on them. So it's something we've had with other games. So we're going to kind of go into stealth here. You also have, as you can see, an icon that shows you if you're in cover and everything. I'm just going to click the right stick, leave her behind. If you click the right stick again, she will then converge and meet up. Boom, take him out, one shot, done. So he's now down, so we're going to come back here, we'll get her. The right stick will actually have anyone computer-wise that's following you to kind of join up. And I say computer, I kind of wish at this point that they had done a co-op system of some kind, but it does not appear that they've done that. So you fight by, you select with the right stick in this case, and then ZR shoots. This is the Switch version. X reloads manually, or B gives you like a dodge roll. So we're going to kind of hunker down here behind these, and then we're just going to start taking them out. So we just literally hold, or I tap ZR, and we just kind of take them out pretty easily. The aiming is a little weird. It's not super precise, I will say that. So it can be kind of frustrating, especially since the enemies tend to take quite a bit of damage, to be honest. Sometimes I feel like they might have the exact same amount of health as you do. So the idea here is they've been separated. We need to take one of them to go and open the door, essentially. So we're going to actually, let me just double check. Yeah, we're going to switch over to, there we go. So you can switch back and forth with L and R. So we're going to stay here, and we're going to work our way back here. So they both have different abilities as well. If you look on the bottom there, you can actually toggle around with the C buttons that replace the D-pad, of course, or in this case, using a Pro Controller, the D-pad. I'm going to keep it there, but you see you have skills. They just describe that. And we'll use this one. It's supposed to electrocute people. So let's hit them with that. So now they're shocked. Great. We'll just take them out. Boom. And then we'll kind of dodge behind. Yep, there we go. Actually, we'll just take them out. Boom. Done. Cool. So we're good there, and we will roll up here. They explain fear. The idea of the fear gauge at the top left is the more damage you take, the more damage you will do, and that changes at the top with your beats per minute, I assume, of your pulse. But it'll also mean that you take more damage. Now, that goes down over time as you calm down, but it's an interesting idea. I don't really know why you need it, though. The idea of it is, I guess, it's if you get closer and closer to dying, you will then start doing more and more damage. But it's never really affected the gameplay for me when I'm playing. So it feels almost like a tacked-on feature that you have. So we'll get the med kit here. You hold Y, you will heal any wounds you have. You can see my HP bars on the left underneath of their icons. So, yep, found her, and we're going to go ahead and open the door. Here we go. And so I have to press that, and then we switch right back over to her, and we open it just like that. Cool. So we're good. Now click R to let her regroup, and she'll now follow me. We're good. So we're going to now move into this room here. We have, I believe, batteries. That's for her there, and then bouncing bolt. That's her ability. So this is a part of the game that if you look at any reviews, this has been pointed out. And honestly, when I first saw this idea, I was like, oh, cool. This is kind of like when I would play Dragon Age or Knights of the Republic, where you kind of freeze time and you can kind of tell people in your party what to do, and then they do it, which is great. That makes sense. In this game, though, it doesn't work that well. I will say that. So the idea is you press, in this case, the minus button. It will freeze time, and then you tell everyone where to go, and then you unfreeze, and everyone will run there. Sounds good in practice, but what ends up happening, as you see here, one, you see how I've already made that little mistake down there to go backwards? See how I'm doing all this? They will end up seriously just doing exactly that. Like, they don't have, oh, run here and kind of a snap to path, you know, that makes sense. They don't do that. So in this case, they'll follow these paths that I've kind of given them here. Once I hit this minus button, they'll seriously just run in all those loops and everything, which is kind of funny. You figure there'd be a snap to, like it'll find the closest path rather than do everything exactly what you're doing. Anyway, I'm in stealth mode now, so I can see all of their cones of vision essentially. What I will do here, though, is I will hit this minus button again, and we will use their abilities. So we're going to target, I guess, the person across here. So we're going to do that, and that will shoot him. And then we'll use that, I guess, for him. And then I guess we'll hit him with it. And then we're going to switch over. So I have all three of them getting taken out in order. We'll switch over to here. And now I will use the bouncing bullets on him. Then we'll switch over to him, and then we'll hit him. And now when I hit minus, it should all go down according to plan, where they all pretty much get taken out. So here we go. Let's try this. And minus. So he's down. And okay. And it's not working. I'm just going to jump forward through there. So here we go. And I'm dying. All right, give them health. Okay, so she's down. Everything's going according to plan. So you can kind of see why, I guess, this annoyed some people. It seems very tacked on and unnecessary. I will say, I've been playing through this game, and I'm I think 3/4 of the way through on my other file. I've barely used the tactical system. It doesn't work as well as it's advertised to. We'll say that. It's much easier just to go in and just start taking people out yourself, just in like real time. So we took all of them out, great, and now we're going to come to a part of the game that I actually really like. I'm going to switch to her. And that is the little puzzles they throw in. They have some very interesting ones. So we found a puzzle here, essentially. It's a booby-trapped cargo. And what this does is we need to figure out how to defuse it. And they'll even explain to you here. There's actually a lot of puzzles that are really cool, and they're all varied. They're all very different. So if you kind of like these kind of little puzzles and stuff, this is actually really neat because they kind of hide the solutions in the level. And I'm actually going to show you one here. There will be puzzles throughout the game. You'll have to think them through to resolve them. Beware, some clues are hidden in the level. Don't forget to look around. Now, this one actually annoyed me a little bit because even though I could kind of figure out where to kind of pull the... basically, we're going to go in here. It's a bomb. You're supposed to pull cables out. The only thing that annoyed me a little bit is I don't think they were numbered. But anyway, so there are different ones. There's green, red, blue. You'll notice right next to it to the left, there is 2 and 3 for green. So that tells us on the green one, we have to pull out number 2 and 3. Now, if we run through here, you're going to see there's a red one over here. We need to pull out 3 and 1. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, they actually hide these pretty well. And then I believe up here, there is a blue sign. Let me see. Where is the blue sign? There it is, 2. So we need 2. Okay, so the blue one's easy, obviously. We need 2, which should be the middle one. And we'll go through here, and we just need to remember the red one is 3 and 1, and then we already know the green one. So the red one is the one on the outsides. The blue one's the one in the middle. You'll see they're in groups of 3. And the one that tripped me up was the green one. And I'll show you why. So let me go in here. So here we are. We have a couple different ones here, right? So we need 2, 3. So those are both good. And we can see there, we got the little check mark. We know for blue we need 2. And then this one we need 3 and 1, so just the outside ones. And there we go. And that is the puzzle. So it doesn't seem bad there, but when I first did this, I was like, what is going on here? It kind of makes you think a little bit. And I realized, oh, those signs make sense. So I have to go around and take a look at the signs. I eventually figured it out, and that's kind of how a lot of puzzles play out. You kind of think about it for a bit, and then you figure it out. So I'm going to skip some of these cutscenes because they're actually pretty well done, but there is some story spoilers. So I'm going to skip that. Now, essentially, we found a guy in here, and we're just going to double check to see if they left anything in here, which they didn't. So we're going to kind of go around here. There's the guy there, so we're going to walk up. The cutscenes are actually pretty well done. They don't look bad. I think they look all right for, again, being like an indie game, and it kind of retains that Fear Effect look, which is cool, where it's kind of like that cel-shaded look. So I'm actually pretty excited to see the remake of the first one they're doing. That'll be neat. But we're going to actually skip through here just so you guys don't get hit with any spoilers or anything. If I can help it, I'll try. So it does pick up. The story is not bad. It's okay, I guess. It's not like anything crazy or special, but at least keeps you kind of engaged for what is an okay game. It's not, I don't think, an amazing game or anything. It's just okay. I think some of the reviews hit it pretty hard for the price at like $20, but it's definitely, there are some weird things about this game. The tactics-based thing is odd. You don't really need it at all, so it's kind of tacked on. It's almost like they built the game and they were like, you know, it'd be cool is if we put a tactics thing in there. The aiming isn't very good. The computer will do some weird stuff sometimes. Sometimes they just won't follow you, and then the stealth system is actually not terrible, but it can be annoying when they force you into that stealth roll and you get caught over and over again, and it drops you back. The nice thing is the checkpoints aren't terrible. So like that part I was just doing, the bomb part, it starts you right before you touch the bomb when you do the puzzles. A lot of puzzles do that. So we're good on that. Essentially, we've been hired. We're going to go and try to steal an item. Go figure. So when we go into stealth mode, we automatically see their little cones. And we're going to try to get through here as best we can without getting caught. This part was a little frustrating. I remember doing this and I was getting a little annoyed. The stealth ones, man, they're kind of annoying sometimes, but we see their cone. We're going to do our best to kind of work our way around and not get caught. So let's see how well we can make this work. So we're going to try to get him. We'll take him out, so he's done. What's interesting about these guards is they're actually pretty strong from what I remember. They actually take some hits and do some damage. There's a drone out there. We got to watch out for him. Hoping this person doesn't turn. We're just gonna make a run for it. Let's go. Oh, they found me. So this will happen like a lot. Like I said, these guys are pretty strong from what I remember, but hey, I was able to get them. All right, cool. Got him. Let's go in the door, and should be good there. Cool. I'm actually a little surprised I was able to. Last time I remember I got caught, they were actually really strong, and they messed me up pretty good. But that time, I don't know. I just happened to take them out. So we'll connect the device, and guess what? This is Fear Effect. This is another puzzle. And I saw this, and I was like, oh, this is Fear Effect. What's going on right now? So the idea is there are a lot of puzzles in this game. I'm not kidding. So if you don't like puzzles, maybe not your game. But I still like these parts. So the idea is we're trying to fit these shapes in in this setup. So we're going to kind of, they don't move up and down, fortunately, or this would take forever to figure out. But they do mold and change and everything, as you can kind of see. So we have to make this fit. And it's so funny. I remember I walked up to this and I was like, I thought this was, I didn't think this is what I was getting into when I got this game. You know, I thought this was supposed to be kind of like a, like a James Bond almost kind of game, you know? I just thought it was so funny when I started this game up and saw this. So let me, there we go. So that's one. It kind of locks into place. It's not, when you get the hang of it, it's not too bad. We don't even use that line segment from what I remember. So I'm spoiling the first two puzzles. Honestly, this one was kind of annoying anyway, so oh well. But this one was kind of annoying. The other one wasn't bad when I figured out what I needed to do. And like I said, that's kind of the idea of this game. You end up figuring stuff out, and then it's like, oh, okay, that's not too bad. But it's kind of frustrating sometimes, I will say that. There we go. There's that one, and then oh, that's already good. We need this guy here to the bottom right. And we have to kind of mess him around here. Out. And he'll kind of take shape, if I remember right, this way. And we should be good. Kind of make him larger. There we go. Out some. Out some. There we go. Okay, puzzle done. So some of the puzzles are interesting. That one was okay. There's another one in the next level, I think, that was actually pretty neat. It was kind of like Dance Dance Revolution. It's like a rhythm game. It was very weird, but it was kind of cool to, again, get kind of all these different puzzles changed up like that. So we'll load back in here. I am going to kick you guys over to handheld mode as usual, so you don't have to worry about that. It plays fine. I mean, it's not the most visually demanding game, obviously, so it plays well as you would expect. We got other people up here. So I am going to probably get shot at a lot here. And I will jump you guys over to handheld mode. Fortunately, even if I die, I'll just restart over there. It's probably actually better if I die, so I keep my health packs, but oh well. We'll take them out. So I'm going to jump you guys over to handheld mode, so you can check it out there. It should run fine, but we'll see it anyway. And thank you guys so much for watching. This is Fear Effect Sedna. It's out now. It's a $20 game. It was $18 on the Switch eShop, though, interestingly. So check it out, guys, if you enjoy these kind of games. I'm lukewarm on this game. I think there are some cool ideas to it, but I also think there are some tacked-on features. They kind of just put on there while they were doing the Kickstarter thing. Look, though, for the remake of the original Fear Effect that I think might be due out later this year. Maybe. We'll have to wait and see some more news on that. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.